Saving is the core tenet to building wealth. Without it, you wouldn't be able to put money away to invest. Yet most of us simply are not doing a good enough job of saving. You work hard to earn money, so why not work even harder to ensure you can keep it? The basis of wealth building is saving, but so many of us make excuses as to why we cannot save. Negative self-talk prevents us from achieving our goals, but sometimes we're not even aware that we're doing it. Hey workshoppers, welcome back to another video. Today, let's look at some common excuses people use for not saving and some ways to overcome them. Interest rates are so low. Fair enough, and it can be discouraging to put money into a savings account that's earning less than a percentage point. However, low interest is preferable to no interest at all. Even if it's only 0.5%, it's still better to have money in a savings account than for you to go and spend it all. Unless you're spending your money on assets that appreciate, put it away for a rainy day. When you think about it, the older generation had to save without the assistance of a bank. So look at it optimistically. It's a safer place to park your money, and even though you're only getting a little bit of interest on it, your money is typically insured. At the very least, you'll have some money when you need it in an emergency. And in the best case scenario, you can consider investments with higher potential returns because you have the cash to do so. I should enjoy my money now. Sure, nobody said you shouldn't. You only live once. But that doesn't mean you have to spend every penny you make having a good time. As the days pass, you'll crave the financial freedom that comes with them. You'd probably like to settle down, buy a house, start a family, or even settle down into retirement. If you don't have enough savings, none of these things will be easy. Time is of the essence when it comes to saving money. It's better and easier to save money early in your career than to regret not saving later when life deals you an awkward blow. And by the way, you must change your mindset if you believe you cannot enjoy life without spending all of your money. Who said that you can't have fun while also saving for a comfortable future? You can still enjoy life and have fun, even with your good saving habits. Just remember to save first and spend later. If you do it that way, you'll enjoy life regardless of your stage or age. I make enough at my job. So you don't need to save anything? Regardless of how much or how little you make, everyone needs to save. Even if you're the company's owner, you must remember that nothing in this world is constant. What happens when you no longer have the strength to work? You have no idea what the future holds, whether it's due to medical reasons, major life events, or what if you come to dislike your job 20 years from now? What we mean is that you don't have to spend every penny you earn simply because you can. You may think that you love your job, so you don't need to save money because you can just work there forever and still be happy. But even with your steady job that can pay the bills, rent, and everything else, spending non-stop without having savings can be very risky. Imagine a debt-free life, the chance for early retirement and comfort and financial freedom. Learning to save is one of the fastest ways to achieve these goals. Maybe you have all of that covered, but the truth is, you have no idea what's around the corner. That's why you have to save now to avoid a lot of stress later. I don't know where to start. Personal finances can feel overwhelming and intimidating, especially if there are friends or family members in your life who seem to have it all together. This alone could have people putting off saving for years. The truth is, it doesn't matter where you start saving, just start. Eventually, you'll learn and prioritize. Even if your finances are terrible, don't let that hold you back. Saving your money doesn't have to be a difficult process. You can start by developing the habit of stacking a percentage of your paycheck away each time you receive one. One method is to set up automatic payments at regular intervals. This will assist you in avoiding the "oh, I forgot" excuse. Savings, with the right systems, will become a part of your daily life without you having to think about it too much. You could also open a high-yield savings account and begin saving into it. This is ideal for money that you will need soon or for an emergency fund. You should consider investing as a long-term saving strategy, particularly for retirement savings accounts. All you need to do is sign up to contribute. You can set up an automated transfer of funds in a few minutes to start a regular saving schedule. I can't save. I have to pay too many bills. Truthfully, this isn't a lazy excuse. We get it. You want to relieve yourself of debts before you start saving money. But what you may not have noticed is that you get stuck in a debt cycle when you use your current income or credit to pay off existing debts. This cycle will continue until you focus on building savings and assets conducive to efficiently managing your debts. You have to stop blaming your bills for draining your income. Instead, you have to start looking for ways to start lowering them. It's crucial you save at least an emergency fund. It will help you with unanticipated events. Having a savings account is your not-so-secret weapon against debt. If you put your excuses and your bills as your top priorities, you'll never have enough money left over to build a savings cushion. If it's truly that tight, then consider a second job or a side hustle. Having a second source of earning increases your income and makes it easier to save. I don't make enough money. You don't need a fat bank account to begin saving money. You can save money no matter how much you make, if you manage your limited income smartly. Managing your finances successfully comes down to adapting and making your money do what you want it to do, regardless of how much or how little you make. On the flip side, most of you immediately upgrade to more expensive lifestyles after receiving a raise. You eventually come to believe that your income is insufficient for you to save. The truth is, many people have lifestyle creep. They make a little more money and they buy a bigger house, a more expensive car, or spend more on food or clothing. Keeping a check on your lifestyle could help you save more. In any case, you must identify the gap and begin living within your means. Even if you don't have a 5-figure bank account, you must deliberately prioritize saving. A little bit consistently adds up over time. Don't compare yourself to anyone else. Simply focus on your progress and keep it going. I can do it later. Nothing endangers your financial future like good old procrastination. Perhaps you feel you're too young to save, or you want to spend your hard-earned money while you still can. There's no such thing as saving too young or saving too early. Also, there's absolutely no reason to spend all your money because you think you have plenty of time in the future to save. Why wait until a situation occurs? You can certainly be wild and free when you're young, thriving, and in your prime earning years. But things tend to go downhill with age, so it's important to balance your life. It's a responsibility you owe your future self. You may believe that you have plenty of time to save later, but interest in your money increases your total savings significantly when compared to starting later in life. And even if you're starting later than expected, remember, it's never too late to start saving. None of your excuses are good enough to justify not putting money away for savings, because you'll never run out of excuses to save money, but you might run out of money eventually. So ditch the excuses and commit yourself to saving. You don't have to hit it hard, just start with a little and you'll get better at it with practice. Saving is a habit that you have to build, a muscle you need to exercise. Don't let these excuses jeopardize your financial security. Thanks so much for watching. We hope you learned something new today. Drop a like, subscribe, and click on that bell icon so you never miss new content. We'll see you in the next one.